Y'all see that saw right there? It's an open transfer port, Husky 50, that I ported per the instructions of by Cajun. After I got it built, he and I both were stumped. The carburation was all over the place. It wouldn't idle. It wouldn't run to cut wood. You stick it in a piece of wood and it'd die. Changed the carburetor on it. I mean, I don't know how much time he and I put in trying to figure what was wrong with it. I finally got sick of fooling with it and set it up on the shelf. That was 2 years ago. Well, last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, I was wide awake, laying there in the bed, and I just hate that when I can't sleep. It's a product of working shift work at a paper mill for 43 years. I can't sleep much. Well, let me show you what was wrong. I figured it out about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm a money miser, and I'd rather do things myself, make things myself, so forth and so on. So I make some of my own gaskets. Got your gasket between the carburetor and the intake. Well, last night I went to take the carburetor off. I thought I was planning on putting silicone on the rubber tube between the cylinder and the carburetor. Well, when I took the carburetor off, I had to look at this gasket. Let me see if I can zoom this in. There we go. Right there. It was sucking air. My fault. I'm the one that made the gasket. I made a new gasket, and I got the correct distance between this hole and the intake hole. I started up here in the shop, but something after 4 in the morning, I just sat here and idle, and it just idled just as pretty. Raced the motor a couple of times. Didn't want to do too much. Didn't want to wake anybody up in the neighborhood. So I'm going to go outside now and see how it cuts. But you guys that work on saws professionally or as a hobby need to put that on the cap and remember it. Something so simple. And I had changed the carburetor too. And I missed that. But it was sucking air right through there. So, let me go inside, get the camera set up, and I'm going to stick it in wood and see how it does. I'm trying to run it as rich as I can because the saw hasn't had any owls on it since poured it. So I'm gonna give it a rest, and I'll run it through another heat cycle, maybe later today or tomorrow sometime. But seemed like it's cut pretty good for a Husky 50. So I wasn't in ideal conditions to show what it'll cut here with what I got to cut either. So got this all good and hot. I'm gonna give it a break. I think we found the problem. Put that under your hat and keep it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Y'all owe me one like. Thank you.